Welcome back. You're still watching the conversation coming to you from TV 360 here in Lagos, Nigeria. My name remains Nelson Ekudimi, and I see here with me in the studio, Richard Adeyinka Emmanuel, CEO, Data on Research and Communications Limited. Thank you, Richard, for staying with us on the program.
My pleasure.
Yes, we want to quickly look at the aftermath of the National Sports Festival. The Kano State contingent returning from the National Sports Festival that I held in Abeokuta, a well-organized National Sports Festival. I think that was the first time in a long time that we held a sports festival that was not trailed with acrimony.
It was a spectacle.
Yes,
really.
it was a
Ogun
spectacle.
State
Yes,
put up a show.
we must commend Ogun State.
One.
Yes, Ogun State
Governor
government.
Dakpabiodun really did a good job.
Yes. But unfortunately, the Kano contingent, they were almost at home. They were even at home. They were already they were already in Kano. They had an accident, and as at the last count, 22 persons in the bus. In fact, when I saw the pictures, the images of the victims, I was weeping internally.
Yeah.
These are men, these are young men and women who have come to Ogun State to represent their states. And they were going back home, and to continue with life because everything has its time and season. This festival has ended, and lo and behold,
they met their
untimely death.
May God rest their soul.
Yes,
they commiserate with the people of Kano and the government, and even the families of those who died.
And even we are praying for the speedy recovery of those who are injured and in the hospital.
Yes, may God heal them, bring them quick recovery.
But this accident was one that could have been avoided again. And it tells you about how we take life for granted when traveling on the road. I listened to the Federal Road Safety Corps, and they attributed it to tiredness of the driver.
Okay.
Yes. You know, if you have come from Abeokuta to Kano, that's a journey that will take not less than, if I'm right, it will take not less than 14 to 18 hours.
They spent, according to one of the survivors, they spent 2 days on the road.
That's 48 hours.
Going, and when they were coming back, they also spent 2 days. But the shocking thing here is that the survivor said that bus was not in good condition. That he stopped on the road several times while going and even while coming.
Can you imagine? That
they will stop, they will find a way to
rectify
fix
the fault,
whatever, they will move again.
And it will develop another fault.
So that before it happened, they sensed a brake failure. That she had to just hold on to the seat, in front of her.
Wow.
You know, head on to it, and everybody. So they feared the worst because they sensed the brake failure that happened. And there was no way it won't. So avoidable. You are traveling from Kano to Lagos and to Abeokuta, and the governor or the sports commission of Kano could not get a vehicle that is in good condition, for Christ's sake, for people that were coming to represent the state. I mean, I read the
narration of
the survivor, and I shook my head. How? He broke down several times before while they were on the road.
He even said, I can read it here. The survivor, Dorothy Okuzu-Luke, they call the fear, anxiety, and feeling of resignation that enveloped the Kano athletes the moment they noticed what appeared like brake failure and loss of control by the. Can you imagine?
The bus was not in good condition, and you put it on the road.
On the road for that type of journey.
For that long journey. I mean,
even a journey from Oshodi to Ikeja, only an irresponsible person
will put
a vehicle that is not road
and he now broke down several times on the road.
They could have been attacked. They could have been kidnapped.
Anything could have happened. That's irresponsible on the part of Kano government.
No, well, I don't think it's the government. It's the Kano State Sports Council.
No, well, it is that's part of the government.
Yes, it's the request they make. So we need to know. We need to.
How do you put such
I
on
think
the
it
road?
is not enough for us to be grieving over these deaths. It is important for us to
find out the truth and then prevent it from happening again.
Needful.
Because for putting such on the road, the sports, either the commissioner they use or DG should be arrested for putting such on the road. And the driver too, we also have to blame the driver. It was happening.
As an employee.
It was happening. You knew the danger. It was stopping. You will find a way to fix it.
Richard, don't you see our commercial vehicles?
Yes.
Don't you see if you enter some vehicles?
But they are not from government.
No, what I'm telling you is that you see this our drivers. Only God can help us with them.
Therefore,
commercial vehicles.
Those ones, their fuel tanks don't have cover.
There was one I entered. He will put the hose where you are sitting. There's a keg there. He will put.
I'll connect the hose to the engine.
And I'm like, how can you be fueling motor from me?
Can you imagine?
Don't you have a tank?
And the people sat inside.
People sit inside.
And if anything happens,
in fact, the driver should have refused going. But can you blame him?
Because
it takes orders.
Yes, but then look at what has happened. Putting the lives of those representing the state. If not the spectacle the Ogun State government, in fact, I don't know if we have had any better sport festival.
Yes.
Ogun State really painstakingly organized, everything to details. It was a spectacle. And look at it. Every other thing, just that little avoidable.
I thought it was a comedy skit when the news broke. I said, what sort of news is this? It was when I now went and started it. I said, wow.
The bus was a total wreck. I saw it. I
saw the bus.
This is true. Yes, isn't it true? It was even through this lady now that we got to know the truth.
Yeah, of what happened before.
What happened before. So for future,
as much as we are grieving,
we should be factual here. The sports commissioner has not done well.
People responsible
must be brought to book so that we can avoid this similar thing in future. Dates. Because now we are going to Enugu. Next one is in Enugu.
Yes.
Now you expect people to come all the way from Maiduguri,
all over
from
the
Kano,
country,
from Katsina. Is it with such rickety
so that when we even do this, other states will take a cue. I know that if you play with people's life, you will pay for it.
You pay for it.
You pay for it.
And you say how much is a bus? Kano is what we are talking about. They can even charter
the new. There are lots of
Marco Polo.
There are a lot of logistics companies.
Marco Polo, Kennedy Lichukwu, all these that are flying
Kano to Abeokuta to Lagos. There are so many of them.
Just charter one.
You can't
take them there, drop them. When it is time to come back, you will now go and pick them. How much? It's even better than having to fuel to do this. Just pay one transport company to ferry them from Kano to the venue. So now look at it. Next year, you will still organize some athletes and say go and represent us. Is this what we will also witness?
Yeah, and the danger of this type of incident is that athletes from other states now will be suffering from this trauma of.
Yes. They would have made friends in the course of the competition. They would have made friends and all that. So
the National Sports Festival is about national unity and integration.
To be honest, with what Ogun State put up, so much this, even if we have it in our budget, that if it is 10 billion, if it is 50 billion, host nation, and even those that are host state, and those that will give host states money, then give the other states too money support to participate, because it brings unity. Look at what we witnessed in Abeokuta. Brings unity. It was festival.
The final was the carnival. The final day.
We will never have any event that will bring states together, you know, in one stage like that, like we've had with sports festival. But look at the
overshadow the,
you know. And I commend the Ogun State government.
Yeah, they sent the deputy governor.
Yes, to Kano, and then offer little support. You know, it won't bring back those that have died.
Absolutely
but it's just a way of saying
we feel your pain.
We are with you this difficult moment. So Ogun State did well there, and we hope that Kano State will also do its own part. You know, let the family. It is not easy now. Some of these people, they are the breadwinners.
Some of them are the breadwinners of their family.
So the Kano State government should do whatever it can it can't replace those that have died, but the kind of support to assuage the pain
for the family.
Yes, and all that is very important. And then prepare very well for future. We can't be having something like this every sports festival. Prepare. You don't need to buy bus. You know, the transport companies are there. Just get one Marco Polo. We have so number of athletes.
Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. You know our people, fire brigade approach. Maybe when they now saw that we are traveling next week, they now went and took one bus.
So there is no plan.
That has been abandoned for long.
For years.
So they now put it because if these athletes were VIPs, they won't tell them to go in that type of. They will tell them to go by air.
This is by air.
They won't tell them. You know, they will not.
It won't be.
It's unfair.
So they will be better treated. You know, but now that it has happened, we hope it won't be an afterthought anymore going forward. The state government prepare for it. You do not need, if you don't have money to buy new buses for your athletes, don't worry.
Go and charter.
It's just a day. Take them there. Go and do your business.
Because when they get to the host state, they will be moving from training to competition.
They can organize that
within.
That will be provided. And look at Lagos State gave fantastic during the parade. You know, a comfort show. You see all those. You know, I love the festival. You know, but please, the organizer, Enugu State government, please let your other governors know they should treat the sports festival with the kind of importance
utmost
priority, and then prepare very well for the athletes.
Well, thank you very much, Richard. Well, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we commiserate with the government and people of Kano State over that sad, unfortunate incident that has resulted in the loss of life of 22 athletes who represented the state at the National Sports Festival in Ogun State. We just hope that the state government, as much as we are grieving, will institute a commission of inquiry to unravel what happened, why that incident happened, so as to prevent a reoccurrence, not only to Kano State, but to other states. These athletes are ambassadors of the state, and who knows, tomorrow, one of them or many of them could have become ambassadors of the
and represent Nigeria at global events.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is where I want to call it a wrap on the conversation today. We've had a beautiful conversation, even though, you know, the incidents we mentioned in the conversation today were unfortunate ones. We pray for the repose of the souls of the people who have died and those who are missing. We pray they will be recovered. Those who are injured, we pray for their speedy recovery. Well, till we'll come your way again next time. Please continue to watch the conversation from TV 360 in Lagos, Nigeria. Have a great day. Bye-bye.